Hi, I'm Dave and welcome to RPG A Day 2019. RPG A Day is basically a month-long initiative to try and get people talking in a positive way about tabletop gaming. So throughout August, there's a daily prompt, and it's usually a question, something along the lines of what's the first RPG you bought, or what's your favourite miniature, or something along those lines. And after 5 years, we were kind of running out of ideas for questions. And it seemed like everybody was doing these daily challenges things these days, especially RPG ones. So trying to do something a bit different this year. You'll see the new graphic that Will has created. Woo! It's square, so for all you Instagrammatrons out there. The basic idea of it is, instead of it being a full question along the lines of what's the first science fiction game you played, instead it's a single keyword like dream or door or familiar, and you interpret that in any way you like, absolutely any way you like. This also helps bring in some of the more creative people, rather than just asking you a simple question which you answer with either a vid blog or a blog post or a tweet or something like that. If it's something a little bit more open like this, then the artists and illustrators can get involved by doing a picture. I know it's a bit of a challenge doing a picture a day, but hey, you Inktober people can do it, so can you gamer illustrators as well. Or maybe you want to show off some of your miniatures that you painted and things like that. So you can interpret each day how you like. Say, for example, familiar, which is one of the questions. You could take that as the game you're most familiar with. Or you could interpret it as your magic user's familiar. Is it a cat or a toad? You could do a picture of the cat or the toad. Or show off the miniature of your magic user with the familiar. Hopefully this will open it up to be a little bit more different than previous years, and hopefully change things up a little bit. And you'll notice that the questions on the graphic are laid out in an interesting way as well. You follow it down in a snaking pattern through the hexes. A bit like a board game, really, isn't it? I wonder who came up with that one. Thanks, Will. But also, if you don't like the topic for your day, it's on a hex sheet. So you could roll a d6, for example, and maybe go off in a scatter diagram direction, you know, like the old FASA scatter diagrams that used to be whenever you used to throw grenades or rocks or toads. Why have I got this thing about toads this year? Weird. Anyway, yeah, if you don't like the question for that day, scatter it, go off and do a different one. If it's one that you've already done, try interpreting it in a different way. The other thing you can do, if you don't like the word for the day, is have a look on the website. Probably best if you go onto Runeslinger's website, where he usually lists a load of alternatives. Because let's face it, when Anthony and I put our heads together and tried to work out what the topics were for this month, I think we came up with twice as many as we actually needed, which is great. Hey! So some of the alternatives that we didn't use are there as well, so you can use one of them if you fancy. Or you could take the topic for that day and do the polar opposite of it. So instead of saying space, you could talk about a lack of space. Well, you feel like you don't have enough room to play, or where you feel confined, or part of one of the adventures that you were playing where you had to crawl through small tunnels and things like that. Or you could take it the opposite, and it's like opposite of space, maybe fantasy. So you could take it as, instead of doing science fiction, you could do D&D's type stuff, all that sort of thing. You can take it any way you like. Just get involved and remember to talk about role-playing games and tabletop gaming in a positive way. We'll have none of that negativity, none of those websites that are dissing games or game creators. We want positive feedback. We want people talking in a positive way and spread the good word about gaming. when you post online, whether it's tweeting, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, TikTok, whatever that is, I don't know, something these new kids are playing, anything that you do along those lines, remember to hashtag it all RPG a day. That way, there's a website, rpgaday.com, which searches the internet for that hashtag and will post a copy of it onto the website. I think it might only work with Twitter and Instagram though. I'm not sure about Facebook. Talking of Facebook, have a look at the official Facebook page for RPG a Day. The link's there. And if you like, you could always wait until either Anthony or I have posted the official prompt for that day on the Facebook page and comment underneath it to spread your blog post or your picture or anything like that worldwide and get yourself a bit more recognition. Because it's all about spreading the word, getting yourself noticed if you're a new creator, and just having some fun. After all, that's what the games are all about, having some fun. Unless it's Alien, and then it's about scaring the bejesus out of you, which certainly happened in my most recent game. So, that's about it. Do RPG a day however you like. Just get involved, enjoy, have fun, spread the word of RPGs and how great they are, and spread some positivity and a little bit of love. Don't forget to check out my blog, which will be autocraticblogspot.com, where I'll be trying to post things throughout August. Don't forget to check out Runeslingers one as well. Anthony will be posting on there, and also check out Will Brooks, his website, who did the awesome graphics this year again, as ever, for no money whatsoever, because he's an absolute legend. Thank you, and I owe you big time. Okay, with that, I will leave you until August. Remember, start 1st of August. Until then, stay multi-classy.